You've heard about it and then you were curious. You considered it, but you have questions. So that's why you're here. Let me tell you about menstrual cups. First, here it is. And I actually have it in two different sizes. Two different sizes and actually two different brands. This one is actually a high-end one that can cost you up to $50 just for one. And this one you can get two for about 15 bucks. And then I have another high-end one that's shaped a little bit differently. And after testing a variety of menstrual cups, from my experience, they're basically the same. You just really want to make sure that it is made from 100% pure medical grade silicone. It's the same stuff that they use for baby pacifiers. You want to make sure that it's phthalate-free, latex-free, dioxin-free, and PBA-free. Other than that, just pick the best cup that suits you. As for the sizes, there are two different sizes generally. The smaller ones, they usually recommend for women ages 25 or younger and who have not had a baby. The bigger one are for women who have had a baby and are over the age of 25. Of course, you can see the cups will hold different amounts of menstrual flow. Now, before you even get started, it's always recommended to boil your menstrual cup for about 5 minutes before use. And at the end of your cycle, you just want to boil it again to sterilize it and then store it until you need it again. Now, to use it, it's really quite simple. Fold and squeeze. Insert into the body, and then it will automatically create a seal when you release it. Now, what's inside of your body, it should fit comfortably and you should not feel it. If you do end up feeling it, it's likely this part hanging out at the end, and different manufacturers recommend that you can snip the bottom to your comfort level. One of the best things about menstrual cups is that it can stay in your body for up to 10 to 12 hours depending on the manufacturer and the cup that you get. That's what they advertise. They all advertise about 3 times the amount of just one tampon. My favorite part is that you don't ever have to worry about carrying around tampons. It's the main reason that I have two. I keep one at home for use for when I'm at home, and I keep the other one permanently in my travel bag. You can do all the activities that you normally do, just regular day-to-day activities to really high activities like swimming or yoga, playing sports, and it will carry you through the night without leaking. Now, when it's time to empty your menstrual cup, before you even enter the stall, I always take 2 pieces of wet paper towel, or you can just keep wet wipes with you, or a bottle of water in your handbag. You're gonna wanna reach in and grip it right here. And when you squeeze it, that will release the seal, and then you just pull it out, dump it, and then wipe around it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Your hands will get soiled. So that's why I suggest bringing more than one wet paper towel. Now, it's just a matter of changing the way we do things. We probably mostly were raised using tampons and pads, as opposed to being introduced firstly by a menstrual cup. But for me, now there's no turning back. So I will likely never use a tampon again unless I'm caught in a really, really remote situation where I have no other choice and I have no menstrual cup on me. I will also say that while you're trying to figure out which cup suits you, you still want to keep some liners or even some small or thin pads, just so that you can get used to how long you can keep your menstrual cup inside of you, depending on how heavy your flow is during different parts of your cycle. Not only is the menstrual cup good for your body, it's also good for the environment. According to one of the stats and studies on one of these menstrual cup sites, they will say that you can keep your menstrual cup for about 10 years. And they say that women use about 12,000 tampons over the course of their lifetime. I've written more about my personal experience and how I handle my menstrual cycle each month, including the other accessories that I use along with my menstrual cup. That's in the post connected to this video, so I hope you can go check that out. So hopefully I covered everything that you were curious about. specifically on how to use a menstrual cup and how you handle it in public places. But if you have any more questions, and if I didn't cover something that you might be interested in, please let me know in the comments. Do you recommend it to friends? Do you talk about it? I think this is something that we should talk about, because our cycles aren't something that we just handle 5 to 7 days a month. We're actually managing our menstrual cycle the entire month. So I think we should just be more transparent and more open about what happens to our body. Until next time, cheers to the journey.